Hi. This is chapter 16 and it just says gone. When I awoke, I was in bed with aluminum side rails. I was laying beneath clean white sheets and there was an IV taped in my arm. I felt as if I had been drained of all my energy and every joint in my body ached, throbbing like a bad toothache. It took a moment for my eyes to adjust to the light above me. I groaned out as if expulsing a nightmare. Austin appeared at my side. Michael! I turned my head toward him. He was standing in front of a closed blinds that glowed from the daylight behind them. Next to him were my mother and father. Austin's father was in charge of maintenance for the county's parks and recreation, so he was rarely home. I was surprised to see him in the room. I looked around for my mother but didn't see her. Where am I? My tongue stuck to my dry mouth as if it was difficult to speak. Honey, you're in the hospital, Mrs. Liss said. Her face was pinched with concern. How did I get here? Paramedics, Austin said. You passed out, said Mrs. Liss. The doctors were afraid you had a stroke. Where's my mother? Do you remember what happened? Mr. Liss asked. It hurt my head to think about it. There was a guy with a gun. Then this man with 2 kids. One of them shocked my mother. Shocked? Mr. Liss said. What do you mean? I looked at Austin. Did I dream that? He shrugged. I only saw the gunman. Is my mother okay? Austin didn't answer. I turned to Mr. and Mrs. Liss. She's okay, isn't she? Mrs. Liss walked closer and put her hand on mine. Her eyes were filled with tears. I have some bad news, honey. Your mother's gone. I looked at her blankly. What do you mean? The police believe she's been kidnapped, Mr. Liss said. My heart froze. Kidnapped? What? Why would someone kidnap her? We don't know. My body's pain was nothing compared to the agony I now felt. Tears filled my eyes. How could this have happened? My mother had spent her life protecting and caring for me, and now I have failed to protect her. I had let her down. Why couldn't they have just taken me? I wanted to fall asleep and wake up again in my own house, talking to my own mother. I wanted something to make sense. I wanted the nightmare to end.